Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for inviting me to your singles ministry. It's absolutely a pleasure and a joy to be here. But I want to start this meeting off by, my name is Darrell Cofield. You all know me. I'm a deacon here at New Hope. I'm a musician here at New Hope. I'm a trustee here at New Hope. My great-great-grandfather founded the church, so my family is here. But I tell you all of this to tell you one more thing that I am, and that is I am a dog. Yes, I am. I said it. Yes, I did. And my Michael Basin voice. Some of you are wondering, how could I possibly, after all of the accomplishments, all of the positions that I've held, tell you that I'm a dog? Well, I have to be honest. And I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest with God. And in being honest with myself and being honest with Him, I can be honest with you. I am a dog. Most men are dogs. Or let me change that. Most men have they have a degree of dog in them. Some men are Great Danes. They're that big a dog. Some of us are just, notice I said us, some of us are just Pomeranians. We're small dogs. Both Christian men can be dogs, and worldly men can be dogs. The only difference between Christian men and worldly men when it comes to being dogs is Christian men, when they go to the barbershop, get their ears nipped and their tails nipped so that you don't see it as much. But we're all dogs. And I believe that single women need to know this. They need to understand the games we play. Like Steve Harvey said, act like a woman, but think like a man. This will help you in your relationships with men. Let me go back a little bit. In Genesis, God made a woman. He created a man, but He made a woman. And He made her fine, as Adam will tell you. Eve was fine. Anything beautiful enough to have a man leave his mother and his father. If we're at home with our mother and father or mother, generally we don't have to pay rent. We don't pay utilities. We may pay a little bit to help mom out or help mom and dad out, but we're not paying the full load. If mom is home, we get free food, home cooked meals. If we're lazy, which most of us are, we get our laundry done for free. We get the car for free when we want to. We may have to put a little gas in it, but we get a free car. So we leave all of this to go marry a woman because she is beautiful. But like I said, God made a woman. In Hebrew, the word made in Hebrew is banal. And that means to build. Which is why we say, boy, that girl is built. That's why we say that. Because you all are that beautiful. Now, I have found that being Christian and single is a tough life to live. Trying to walk that line between being Christian and being single. I have, in my past, had to put women out of my house. At one point, I left a half-naked woman in my house. I just walked out of my house because I guess I had grown beyond that. The Lord just planted something in me to tell me that this wasn't the right way to go. Now, I will tell you, 15 years ago, that wouldn't have happened. But my growth has allowed me, or my growth has put me in a position where I just can't do that anymore. He's made a change in me. He has given me a responsibility. And just so, let me help you with the responsibility. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2, verses 17 and 18. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest eat, but of the tree knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. So one of the first things that God gave man was a responsibility. And how do I know that God gave man that responsibility? Because when Eve ate of that tree, nothing happened. Nothing happened until the man ate of the tree, because God gave the man a specific responsibility. He told him himself, do not eat of that tree. How many of you have had children where because you told them something specifically and they did it, they got in trouble? Well, that's what happened here. So he has given me a responsibility on how to treat women that come in my life. I have realized that, as I mentioned earlier, I have to be honest with God. And if I want to be a real man, a Christian man, I have to accept the responsibilities that he has given me. Thank you, and God bless.